Welcome to Local Experience. Some places stay hidden not because they're forgotten, but because they choose to remain that way. Today on Local Experience, we set out on a global journey to discover communities that live quietly, some in the treetops of Indonesia, others inside a single building in Alaska. These places aren't just remote, they've crafted lives, languages, and traditions that exist outside the modern world spotlight. Icy Alaskan ports to misty Indonesian jungles, from flower-covered villages in Eastern Europe to high cliffs in the Mediterranean. What do these places have in common? They're all isolated, often forgotten, yet filled with remarkable ways of life that the rest of the world rarely sees. These are communities that have held on to their identity, places where language, art, architecture, or lifestyle evolved without much interference. And while they may be hidden from the modern world, each one has something powerful to tell us. Deep within the dense rainforests of Papua, Indonesia, lives a tribe that remained unknown to the outside world until the 1970s. The Korowai people still live in tree houses, some perched nearly 30 meters above ground. Why? Traditionally, this was a way to protect themselves from enemies and wild animals. Cut off from modern infrastructure, they rely on hunting, fishing, and foraging. Their homes are made from palm bark, vines, and branches built entirely by hand. Though contact with the outside world has increased in recent decades, many Korowai still live traditionally, choosing to preserve their ancient way of life. In a world of concrete and glass, their towering homes remind us what it means to live with nature instead of against it. From tropical forests to frozen shores, Whittier, Alaska is perhaps the most unexpected town you'll ever discover. Almost the entire population of around 200 people lives under one roof. A 14-story structure called Begich Towers. Originally built for military use during World War II, this massive building now houses apartments, a post office, a grocery store, police station, church, and even a school. In winter, when storms make the roads impassable, residents can go days without stepping outside. It's an introvert's paradise, or perhaps a logistical masterpiece. Either way, it's a community experiment like no other, a town in vertical form. In 1864, the Hawaiian island of Niihau was purchased by a Scottish woman, and it has been privately owned by the same family ever since. But what makes it fascinating is its strict policy. No outsiders allowed. Known as the Forbidden Island, Niihau has no paved roads, no stores, and no internet. Residents speak Hawaiian fluently, practice traditional fishing and farming, and maintain their own rules. Even today, visits are limited and often require permission from the owners. This strict isolation has preserved a way of life that has disappeared on other Hawaiian islands. It's a living time capsule, one that guards its traditions fiercely. High in the Ponting Mountains of northern Turkey lies a village with one of the world's most fascinating linguistic adaptations. In Kuşköy, or Bird Village, people communicate using whistles. Developed centuries ago to communicate across the region's steep valleys, Islik Dili, or whistled language, can carry messages over long distances. Every whistle corresponds to a syllable or word in Turkish, creating a full language of musical sounds. Though the tradition was once declining, it's now been preserved and taught in schools, even recognized by UNESCO. It proves that language doesn't always need vocal cords. Sometimes, a message can ride the wind. In the small village of Zalapaj, Poland, every house is a canvas. For over a century, women in this village have painted vibrant floral patterns on cottages, barns, wells, doghouses, and even chicken coops. The tradition began as a way to cover up soot marks from indoor stoves. Over time, it evolved into an artistic tradition passed down through generations. Today, the entire village bursts with color, especially during the annual Painted Cottage competition. Zalapaj isn't just beautiful, it's a testament to the idea that art doesn't need galleries. Sometimes, creativity grows from necessity and flourishes into heritage. In the rugged Tigray region of northern Ethiopia stands one of the world's most inaccessible places of worship. Abuna Yamada Gu is a church carved directly into the face of a vertical cliff, accessible only by climbing barefoot up sheer rock, crossing narrow ledges, and pulling yourself up with ropes. Despite the dangerous ascent, services are still held here regularly. The walls of the church are covered in centuries-old frescoes, untouched by time. Locals believe the physical journey mirrors a spiritual one. Only those willing to struggle may reach holiness. It's not just a church, it's a declaration of faith carved into the sky. Beneath the surface of Cappadocia lies Derinkuyu, an ancient underground city believed to have been built over 2,000 years ago. At its peak, it could shelter up to 20,000 people, complete with stables, kitchens, schools, and even ventilation shafts. Historians suggest it was used as a refuge during times of war or invasion. Entire communities could disappear underground for weeks, hidden from view but thriving below. Derinkuyu isn't just a marvel of engineering, it's a reminder of human adaptability and the lengths people will go to survive. From treetop homes in Indonesia to indoor villages in Alaska, from secret islands in the Pacific to mountains that echo with whistles, these communities remind us of something vital. There is no single way to live well. In a world that increasingly looks the same, these places stand apart. They are mirrors of resilience, creativity, and the power of local tradition. They show us that even in isolation, culture can bloom, sometimes quite literally. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden corners of humanity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more stories from around the world. This is Local Experience.